Sorry, you guys. I just wanted to get things started and go find my doggone chair. And I needed my iPad so I can give you some proper information. All right, you guys, we back in full effect. How we doing? It's good to see everybody back. Now, I'm going to show you this right out the gate. I'm going to show you the product. I ain't going to beat around the bush because I like it that much, number one. Number two is because I'm using it right now for my garden. Well, Lady Led is using it. So, has anybody heard of, I don't know, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but the Oops generator, 1200 watt generator. I was going to bring the Jackery out, but I kind of was like, it don't even need no side-by-side comparison. It's the, how did you pronounce it, babe? The Oops? It's either the Oops or the Opus, something. I don't want to offend anybody else's accent nor language. What's up, B Rich? But this one is a more budget friendly, and somebody said Opus, tomato. So all I know, and to be honest with you, out of all of the names out there and the pronunciations of a lot of these different products, you want to know why I never focus on that? I never focus on the name so much because I need to know how it works first. The reason why I even want to know how to pronounce this is because I'm that impressed. So, the only reason I brought you out here on the island is because, yo, the sun is about to go over the trees, and this setup even comes with foldable solar panels. So it comes with two 100 watt foldable solar panels. Now you can buy it in that package, or you can buy it separately. Let's just show you the generator. I want to actually bring this. I don't want to move too much. Hold on. There it is. And I brought the Alcatel out with it, just so you can see it does pass through charge. It passes all of my little gimmicks that I like to do. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put my stuff on a charger. I think I dropped my phone on the charger because I've been working on it. So I'm gonna just start charging my phone immediately so we don't lose no juice. And dang, I lost my iPad cord. That's okay. We'll make it work with what we got. So, you say you've never heard of it. Well, if you look on the internet, a lot of internet YouTube creators, they have it right now. And I gotta be honest with you. This one isn't just one that somebody sent me. Oh, matter of fact, shout out to Opus for sending me this for free review. Okay, I did not purchase this. This company reached out to me and sent me this generator, okay, so I could take a look at it. And listen, I'm glad I did. I'm glad they did, because I really like this one. This has let me scoot it up. This has everything that you want the Jackeries to have. That's the part. It has, because the Jackery, let's keep it real. The Jackery is the bomb. Let's keep it real. But I always say it's things about the Jackery I don't like. Think of this real close. I always say it's things about the Jackery. That's why, I don't really deal with a Jackery too much. But what do you always see me out here with? A Jackery, right? I either literally, true story, I am either rocking this Alcatel, or I got a Jackery. The reason why is because they're powerful, but they're very, very lightweight. They're very powerful, but they're lightweight. And when it comes to, listen, well, she on the porch. I'm gonna tell you something. This is how we get water in our garden when we're hand watering. What is a jackery? I'm gonna have you Google that, okay? This is how we hand water. I hooked this up to a pump that's down in my creek down there, okay? That pump is pumping water down in that water hose is going across the grass under this fallen tree that a beaver broke. And we literally water our garden that way. I don't need the big sprinkler system yet. It's not summer yet. So, anyway, this is lightweight like the jackery. It got the plastic housing like the jackery, the little rubber around it. You know, let's get into what I like about the doggone thing. It got 3 AC ports. The jackery has 1. It has 2 60-watt USB-C ports. The jackery has none. 2 USB ports, 1 at a 3.0. The jackery is only at, I think it's 2.4. That says a lot. The readout screen, I'm gonna just zoom in on that. The readout screen is in color and it's telling you everything. That is what I really like. It's telling me how much power is going out, which right now my pump is pulling around 165 watts going out. I got the solar panels coming in and I'm pulling 66 watts, 75 watts coming in. I'm at 82% battery. You got the little spinner there showing you that it is charging. And it's telling me I could run all of the stuff I got plugged up right now. I can run all of this for 4 hours on that 82% battery. That's the readout that I'm always looking for. That's what I'm always looking for. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I didn't really want to do I'm gonna put out a video, but I really like this generator. That's why I've been beating around the bush like, how am I gonna say it? How do I want to say it? There's nothing to say, but the doggone thing worked. How long is the battery life? You know, I know you watch a lot of YouTube creators and they tell you about battery life, right? Can I be honest with you? You want to know why I never talk about battery life anymore? The 5,000 charges down to 80%. And after 5,000 charges or 10,000 charges, you can only use 80% of the capacity of the battery. You know why I never talk about that? Because by the time, I don't care even if it's you charge it 5,000 times, which is kind of basic, right? Say you can charge it 5,000 times before you even get to 80%. You don't throw it away after 5,000 charges. It's only going to charge to 80%. It's no different than your cell phone. After a while, your cell phone doesn't take a full charge like it used to after you've had it for a couple years, right? The battery wears down just a little bit faster now, right? On your cell phone. By the time you could use that phone until it doesn't work anymore, you would have replaced that phone 2 times, even though there's nothing wrong with your cell phone. Think. There's nothing wrong with your cell phone, but you replace it. Why do you replace your phone? It's not because of your battery. You usually replace your cell phone because there are new features. There are new apps that you can download. There are new games on your new phone. You don't replace your cell phone because you need it. You don't. That battery will still be good. I promise you, and I've showed everybody on here, I still have a Razor phone, I still have a BlackBerry phone, and I still have the first iPod that ever came out. And I cut them all on camera. Nothing wrong with none of them. The technology is just old. You know, try to take a picture with an old school BlackBerry with the roller ball and take a picture with an iPhone 12. That's why you'll change. The battery power, before you use up all the battery power in this, I promise you, you will move on to bigger and better things. That's why I stopped doing it, because it's not realistic. Most of everybody that's watching me right now, do not go camping. Do not go out in the wild or the wilderness and hang out and camp and use off-grid power. Most people that's watching me right now, I promise you, and don't lie to yourself, you know you don't. Usually you need this for something like the lights go out, you may have a CPAP, you may have a breathing machine or some kind of other apparatus that you cannot do without. Refrigeration, okay? Because that's what we're talking about next week, refrigeration. 12-volt refrigeration that plugs right into these. It sips power. So, when you start talking about how many uses of the battery, a lot of people get interested in that, and I promise you that is not important. The only reason I'm focusing on that is because it's not important. You will never, ever, even if you live off grid, you have no power whatsoever. You still got 5,000 charges on most of these generators on the market today before you get to 80%. That means it'll still take a 80% charge even after all of them years of you owning it. So, you know, you gotta focus on what's important for you. That's, trust me, take my word for that one. That's not one of them. How many charges can it take? You can't use it enough. Because here's the other thing that I want you to really focus on and really remember this, okay? Say there's 5,000 charges before you get to 80%. 5,000 charges before you get to 80%. That's if you drain this down to zero. 5,000 charges from 100% full to zero. Number one, you should never do that. Number two, if you just let this drain down to about 50%, you just tripled your 5,000 charges to 10,000 charges. You just doubled that. If you only letting your battery get down to about 75%, 80%, you do the math on that. Your battery will last forever. I never let my batteries go down that low. Never. Once mine get to 80%, I start charging it. Once it hit that 80%, to me, I feel like 80%, I don't want it below that. Because if an emergency was to happen right now, I don't want to be left in the dark because I've been trying to use my rice cooker all day. 80%, start charging it. What is the brand again? It's somebody just, Opez. Opez, you was right, babe. She pronounced it earlier. And I said, that sound right. Opez. And that's how I'm going to say it. I'm going to bring you in again. Said 57, the percent of life on the generator right now. He's charging it and using it at the same time. I am using it right now, and it's pumping the water out of my pump, out of my lake. And here's the word right here. You could just see it right there. I'm pumping the water out of my lake. I'm charging it with the solar panels right behind me back here. Those, you can get those. They either come separately or you can buy the bundle. They come with two 100-watt folding solar panels. The company was kind enough to send me out the whole package so I could really give it a good look. But color screen, This screen even reminds you kind of the you know what? I'm not going to say their name. I'm going to say the Flow, because I do like what their screen looks like, and I like what their screen does. The Flow, if you know what I'm saying. They have a beautiful screen, and this has that same screen and that same readout. How much for the panels? You can go on Amazon right now and check it out. At this very moment, I'm having problems with the code. So I did not list the code, and that's why I said I'm just gonna go live with this video. Once they get my code together and fix that. Here's the problem. Everybody keep asking me, where's the code? When companies send me products, sometimes they have problems with the codes. So what I end up doing is answering hundreds of emails telling me that the code didn't work. And until the code is fixed, I remove the video. So that's what happens to those videos. Because I don't want to do my people wrong and keep on giving them whack codes and codes that don't work, and it make me look stupid, and it make y'all feel like I'm trying to get you for some reason, and I'd get rid of that crap. So right now I'm telling you, I don't even have a code for this, but this how much I like it. That I'm coming in here straight up. Like the Jackery 1000. Let me see how much the Jackery 1000 is. This is 12,000 watts. I mean 1200 watts. This is 1200 watts. And I'm going to look up the Jackery 1000. And then I'm going to do a comparison in price. This on Amazon right now. Yeah, say Amazon has a $50 coupon right now. I'm going to, okay, let me see. After this video, I should have put it in my thing before I even started this. Okay, the Jackery 1000 is, and you know they never have any price drops unless it's the smaller generators. The Jackery 1000 is right now on Amazon for $1,099. It's $1,099 for the Jackery 1000 as we sit and speak. Now, that's by itself. The bundle for the 1000, let me see. I'm trying to find to see if they offer a bundle. They don't so far. I'm not seeing one anyway. Okay, they do. They offer a bundle for $1,549 for two 100-watt solar panels and the 1,000-watt power unit from Jackery. It's $1,549 on Amazon. Now the Opez is $799 by itself. $799 by itself, and it's 1,200 watts. Let me get in here. Better battery, LifePo battery. So for everybody that's interested in the cycles and the life, let's just say better. So it is $799 right now, and I did see that coupon. Let me find it. Somebody just mentioned it. I saw that coupon. Oh, I think I've already applied it. No. Give me 2 ticks. Because I was looking at it earlier. Did y'all buy it up already? Did y'all buy this up already? Did y'all sell that out? I don't see it anymore. If you find that $50 coupon, let me know, because I'm not seeing it right off the bat. But let's get to this. It's $799 for just the unit. It's $799 for the unit. It has way more abilities than the Jackery 1000. It's 1200 watts. That's 1000 watts. Now, with two 100 watt panels that's sitting here behind me and the unit, it is $11.99 on Amazon right now. So almost for the same price that you just get the Jackery 1000 unit without solar panels, you're getting the unit with 1200 watts and two 100 watt fold up panels. Okay, got you. The coupon is there for $50 off. Okay, I'm not seeing it, but if you're getting the $50 off coupon, that is making this unit like $750-ish, $749. So Lady Lead is liking it because it's rounded off. It's no square, nothing on it. It's like a baby. And that's another thing that I do like about the Jackery. You got the rubber feet, and it's cool. It's safe. It got two powerful fans on either side. And the only time they really cut on is when you running it hard. You can't hear because this guy is running his leaf blower in the back. But I'm pulling all of this power right now with my pump. And the fans ain't even on. Everything else I got, even that Jackery 500, them fans kick on immediately to keep it cool. That's a good thing. But this is showing me that you could have this in your RV or your camper or your car without this thing waking you up constantly. That's a headache and a half. So do I have any questions? Because the only reason I brought the Alcatel 505 out is because I wanted to show you guys that it does have pass-through charging. Not only am I running my pump, charging my phone, charging my other camera, I'm going to also plug in the Alcatel 505. Oh, it's 100% charged though. So, no. Okay, we only have 48% on the Alcatel. So we have 48%, it's pulling in 83 watts. So this is sending out 167 watts out of the creek with my pump, and it's pulling 83 watts, charging up the Alcatel 505. So I got a total of 268 watts going out, 24 watts coming in because the sun is going down on my solar panels, and I'm at 53%, telling me I could run all of this stuff for 2 hours solid. So this, I don't know if y'all I ain't been in my office lately doing videos. You said you found an EcoFlow Delta with a panel. EcoFlow Delta on HSN for 5 payments of $200 per month. Thanks for all the information. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Turkey buzzards in the air. Something must be dead around here. Say, I have to do some research. I'm so confused with these numbers and don't want to perish for the lack of knowledge. Amen. And listen, please, I beg you, please do your research. Please don't. This is an investment. You just don't go out and buy a car because it's a car. You want to make sure it works, it fits you, it's going to keep all of your fit all your kids and your family in it and do exactly what you want to do. You just don't buy it because it's for it being the sake of a car, right? So, will it power a refrigerator? Yes, it will. This is 1200 watts. The real question, okay, is how long will it power your refrigerator? That question comes up so much that I have to do refrigeration week. Now, my solar week has been bombarded by several different weird things that popped up, but I got more solar to show you, and I got more question hand right now. Who looking for refrigeration just in case your power go out? I'm talking about not your big monster kitchen refrigerator. I'm talking about 12-volt that you can plug into your car. You can plug into any one of these. You can even plug it into the Energizer 300. You can, and it's going to keep your refrigeration going for days on end. Because listen, I showed y'all a couple already, and I got plenty more to show you that's got the same capabilities, sipping that same little bit of energy, but more space to keep more stuff in it, because a lot of people have a lot of medication. A lot of people have a lot of insulin. A lot of people have a lot of stuff that they need to keep cold. Let me tell y'all something right there, and we're gonna repeat this. I'm gonna repeat this again. Somebody asked me, they said, Led, but it's one thing you keep leaving out. The young lady was a new mother. This was last spring or last fall that I did a refrigeration video. She said, but I don't need it for medication. I need it for breast milk. If the power goes out, and any ladies in here that ever had children and breastfed, you understand, right? Your baby might just have a little taste. He don't always take it all. So you have to pump that milk. What do you do with it? If you waste it, your baby could be in some serious trouble. If all the lights is out and you're in a bad situation, your baby needs that breast milk. And it's only, and my wife, I know what she did, and I understand how it works. You know, I was there to see it three times. When you pump that milk, you got to put it somewhere. And you can't just say, oh, the baby done feeding. No, you're going to be leaking, soaking wet. You have to store that milk. You pump it and you store it. And if that young lady didn't say that, which was brilliant, by the way, I wish I could remember your name, which was brilliant, I would have never thought of that. So that's another reason you need that 12-volt solar refrigeration. Because if your big refrigerator, this will power your kitchen refrigerator. The real question is, for how long though? An hour? 2 hours? 4 hours? After that, then what? Because you know it takes time for the solar panels to recharge this stuff. Then what? On top of maybe you have a CPAP machine or some other breathing apparatus, an asthma machine that you need to keep running. You can't just keep trying to keep your burritos cold. This is a state of emergency. So you got to prioritize. And getting that 12-volt refrigeration can help you not only prioritize, but you don't just have to keep just your medication cold, but you can also keep things like breast milk cold and chilled for your newborn child. That right there is amazing. I'm glad she said that to me, because I would have never thought of it. That's brilliant. Breast milk, gotta keep it refrigerated, right? And you ain't gonna be able to put that in your kitchen refrigerator and let it stay cold for 2 hours. Just because this can run it for 2 hours. You need something that's going to stay running for days on end with using very little power. And we're going to do a refrigeration week, and I'm going to show you everything I got and everything you might want to look at. I'm not a salesman. I'm just here trying to give you options. That's it. Please plug your unit to your kitchen fridge and see how many watts or how long an issue for so many people. No, I'm not going to do that, because that's not realistic. The reason why you never see me do that, that is not realistic at all. All right, that is not realistic, family. I promise you. Even if you have a Blue Eddy AC 200p, that means I have 2,000 watts. Listen close, because this is how this works. If you have a Blue Eddy AC 200p and you have 2,000 watt generator and your refrigerator keep pulling 600 watts on surge at a time, while your refrigerator compressor is running, it's running anywhere from 300 to 600 watts, drinking that juice. Think. I'm not even going to do the kilowatt meter on that because it's not realistic. It's not. If you want to do that, you're going to have to do that yourself because it's not realistic, because this is what you're going to think. You're going to think if you get an AC 200p and plug it into your refrigerator, freezer, that's going to save you. It's not. And you know what bothers me? I'm gonna be honest with you. What bothers me is people keep telling you that it will. I'm gonna say no on that. It will keep your refrigerator running for probably 4 to probably top 6 hours. And then you're on your own. Then you don't understand how many solar panels did you need to have hooked up to your generator to replenish that power. You're going to be drinking more power than you can put in at one given time. So you're never going to complete the loop, meaning you just got a big rock sitting down there on the floor by your refrigerator. I did not used to believe in refrigeration a little over a year ago. The reason why I didn't was because it's not realistic. Until I learned about 12-volt DC refrigerators, that changed the world for me. Because I still don't believe, you have not seen me do no videos hooking up my refrigerator. It's not realistic. That's like, to me, this is that advertisement. It's the same to me as the Toyota Tundra pulling the space shuttle. It can pull the space shuttle. They proved that, right? If there was no gimmicks, they pulled the space shuttle. They did not show you how long can the Toyota Tundra pull the space shuttle. If they had enough room and clearance to pull that down the road, no, that truck would have given out. Just like, you ever been to a truck rally? I've been to several. Have you ever been to a truck rally? Where they put literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in the motor, in the chassis, and in the drivetrain of this car or truck, and they two trucks pulling away from each other. In any other instance, that truck will last a lifetime, generations upon generations upon generations. But while it's pulling, doing something it ain't built to do, it's only gonna last for maybe a few minutes until it blow up. Right, Maria R. But I just want you to understand, the reason I never do that, example, is because it's not realistic. And you don't necessarily need a gas generator either, because that's not fully realistic either. See, I have a gas generator. I have a Honda EU 2000i, and I'm going to tell you what makes the solar generator is one of the things you really got to have. There's nothing wrong with having a gas generator. But if you have a solar generator as well, I'm going to tell you why. Because that gas generator got to sit outside. And one thing somebody brought to my attention a while back, I'm trying to put this in a tasteful way. Everybody ain't sitting on the lake. Everybody with a solar generator ain't sitting on 2 acres of land on a lake and nobody can see your solar panels. Some people live in some neighborhoods where you better not even leave a child's bicycle outside for too long. So what do you do then? When somebody brought that to my attention, see, sometimes you got to remember everybody live in different places. And with that being said, you also got to remember everybody, you know, ain't got cool neighbors. I don't got a worry in the world, right? But everybody ain't that lucky right now. Some people, they be scared to leave their car doors unlocked. If I leave my car doors unlocked, my neighbor just came out a minute ago right here. And he came to my house. We don't really tap on each other's door too much, but he came over to my house one day, which threw me off. I thought he was in trouble. He said, hey, some people walking through the neighborhood. I just thought you wanna, He kind of, gave me the wink. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know what that means? There's some people walking through my neighborhood that don't walk through this neighborhood. Whether they right or whether they wrong, he like you might wanna, he was right. Because in the neighborhood, and even in your neighborhood, even in a sketchy neighborhood, if you ain't from around here, you cause a ruckus. People like, who is that? I don't know. Who is that? Where are you going? Look like you're going to what's name house. No, he ain't. They don't know them. You know how it be. You start battening down the hatches. Some people get ready to run. Can you use solar and gas at the same time? I don't really know how to answer that question. What do you mean by use solar and gas at the same time? You can use a gas generator to charge the solar generator. If that's what you mean, yes. If you got the gas generator hooked to some things in your house, you could be running something. And then the solar generator inside the house, you could be running something else, yes. But I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm going to demonstrate me charge this with a gas generator. I did that and I never uploaded the video, I don't believe. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, I think. I charged the AC200P with my Honda. I'm going to have to link that video. I got to find it first. That was a good ass video. Yeah. Anyway. Say I have somebody Pop Toy says correct. I have the EcoFlow Pro with 2 extra batteries, and without any solar in, I was able to run my refrigerator for 6 to 7 days. Now I have the panels to recharge. Best thing ever. Okay. Said lead is correct. My Delta Pro setup is 7.2 kilowatts or 7.2 watt hours, and my Samsung refrigerator is pretty efficient, and I could run it for at least 30 hours. Let me see. How long is gasoline shelf life? How long is gasoline shelf life in case of long-term emergency? Seems like solar is safer bet for that. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because here's the thing about storing gasoline. There are additives that you can add to your gasoline that don't work 100%. Trust me, I've been doing it for years. That's why I don't use it. It's called Stay-Bill. It don't work as well as people think it do. It works, but it's not bulletproof. And I had a friend that was trying to tell me about the Stay-Bill, and I showed him some, and I said, I don't even use this stuff. I don't even know if it's any good anymore because I've had it for like before I even moved in this house. That stuff don't work no better than anything else. If you ask me, don't store your gas and put it away like your food. Don't do that. The best thing you can do, the best way to store fuel, what I do. Want to know what I do? I'm going to tell you, I'm not showing you any of my products because that's a legal situation. But let's get off of it. I'm going to show you this. This is what I do to store my fuel. I don't use any additives, and I don't buy non-ethanol fuel. The only thing I buy non-ethanol fuel for is when I'm normally just storing my vehicles, my motorcycles and lawnmowers and chainsaws over the winter. Other than that, I don't use that stuff. This is what you do. Recycle your freaking fuel. Constantly, constantly use your fuel. You have to make a plan to use your gasoline. Just don't store it up, put it in the back somewhere and let it sit. Don't do that. You'll find out the hard way that that stay-bill stuff or whatever additive that you just used ain't as good as they said it was. And there's been so many tests being done about those products that show they don't do too much better than just if you just went and got some quality gasoline. Okay, those little bottles of stuff is very expensive, and you'll be coming out about the same if you just went to the gas station and got some premium fuel. They last about the same, instead of you having to know how much to mix and all that stuff. So this is what I do. I just rotate my fuel, constantly recycling it. You know, I got tanks and tanks and tanks. I got one tank that I pulled out the other day on a video on live, and I showed it to you. That tank was empty, wasn't it? And I said, well, I can't get the other ones because they're full. Now I filled that tank back up since that video, put it at the back of my rack, and I pulled the next one forward. Now I'm using that in my lawnmowers, my motorcycles, and everything else. You recycle that stuff just like you recycle your food that you've stored over time. Just don't put that stuff away and act like there's some kind of magic fluid that can have you having the same gas in 20 or 30 years. How do you demonstrate on how to make alcohol fuel? I don't demonstrate that. You might want to go to another channel for that. That's illegal, you know, in a lot of places. In civil breakdown, nobody will be driving for longer than a year, even stealing, siphoning, etc. Zombie movies are way wrong on that. David Vickers, I'm going to tell you this, it's going to change your whole way of thinking, my friend. If you don't know how to make fuel yourself, do me a favor. Go look into making fuel yourself. And then you'll see that the statement you just made is very wrong. Will the OPES panels work with Goal Zero? I don't know. I don't have a Goal Zero. Now, here's something that ain't my best friend. This takes a 8mm barrel plug to charge. So if the Goal Zero has an 8mm barrel plug to charge instead of aviator plug or what's that other plug, weird plug they got? I always forget it. An Anderson plug, then yes. Let me see. Sheila says, sorry, I didn't know. What happened, Sheila? Said alcohol stoves boil Crisco candles, produce plastic. Okay, let me see. Say, I agree because of you. I use my generator often to ensure that I am formalized with them. Yes, very true. Very true. Oh, Sheila says, where do you store gasoline if you don't have a garage, or any suggestions? Oh boy, if you don't have a garage, you really should look into trying to get a shed or something. You don't leave that stuff outside at all. Ever. Don't even leave. If you leave gasoline or any kind of fuel outside, the sun will make that expand, either the plastic can or the metal can. It will expand, and you don't know who may be around that may ignite a flame. It may even be lightning that comes and ignites the fumes, because this is something that I need you to understand. Fuel always make fumes. No matter what kind of cap you got on it, no matter what kind of lid you have on it, fumes always escape. On every legal fuel can, there's a vent. It's to vent the fumes so that jug or whatever container you have does not expand and blow up. Does that apply to propane tanks? No. Propane is, the propane tanks, it goes in as a gas form. But propane is a little bit safer than gasoline. It doesn't ignite as what's the word for it? I forget the name. It just doesn't ignite as easily. You said see the geese on the lake. Solar power is the best for apartment living. Yes, it is. Because I can't imagine how you could actually get gas. How long can you store propane? I don't know. I wouldn't even try. Again, when it comes to liquid fuel, stop trying to store it. For apartment living, what could we use? I don't know. Do I have an extra cords for this generator? Yes, it comes with an AC plug adapter like this. It's in the house. I left it in the house. It comes with the 8mm barrel plugs, and it comes with the whole shebang. Honestly, it comes with the cigarette lighter. It comes with the AC plug adapter like this, and the 8mm barrel plug. Try to get my friends and family to become more self-reliant, but to them I probably sound like some kind of wacko. Well, stop trying to listen. Stop trying to make people believe your truth. That's not your job. Stop trying to force people to do right. That's not your job. That's his job. You're the reminder. You tell your family, your friends what we should be doing. After that, think about this. Who would you listen to more? Somebody to keep banging on your door trying to make you learn their religion, or somebody that's doing something kind of cool and make you have to ask, like, hey, what are you reading? You understand what I'm saying? Who would you listen to more? Somebody to keep banging on your door, kicking your door, leaving little notes on your on your doorknob like you need to get in touch with us. You need to get in touch with us. You got to join us. You got to join us. Or you at lunch having a nice meal and this person is always reading this book with these thin pages. And they always so engulfed in this book. They can barely eat their lunch, right? Don't you be like, hey, what you read? Right? And you say, oh, the Bible. Well, yeah, what is it about? Oh, well, I'm on this chapter here, and this is what it say. You'll be more interested in the word finding you than somebody busting in your door trying to make you believe it, right? It's no different with this prepping. My days of trying to force people to understand what's going on, some people have a gift of sight. Some people don't. If you see what's going on in the world right now and you're taking action, you have a gift from the Almighty God. You have a gift because you feel like you know something ain't right. He spoke to you. He ain't speak to the rest of your friends and family. So it ain't your job to wake them up. All you can do is try to remind them. After that, it's like, I tried, Lord. I got to keep going, because the more time that you waste trying to tell them what they better do, that's time that could have been spent of you preparing to save everybody. So that's how I think of it. My days of trying to, we got to do it. Nah, that's over for me. It's not my job. Do I have to have Blue Eddy panels for my Blue Eddy AC200P generator? No, you do not. As a matter of fact, I can hook this into any panel I have, as long as I have an adapter for 8mm barrel plug. All of my panels, these are my Harbor Freight panels. I can hook those to everything. I'm gonna tell y'all this too. That is showing you. Guess what's running my AC200P? What gives me and fills my AC 200P bank up every day? Everybody was like, oh, them Harbor Freight panels is whack. Them Harbor Freight panels is lame. Them don't get them Harbor Freight panels. They don't do this. They don't do that. That's what charges my AC 200P every day. 600 watts of Harbor Freight. All the people was hating on me about them Harbor Freights, but look, want to see something? Let me show you something. And I'm showing you real true life. I know my videos be crazy, but I like to show you reality. Do you see all of them panels right there? The ones that's on top of that little wood, and then you see about how many I got? 4 sitting up side of that side right there, and there's 2 more in the front leaning up against it. Ain't none of them hooked up. I take that back. I take that back. The ones on the top is hooked up. None of the other ones. All that stuff is about to go somewhere else. Let's put it that way. The only thing my AC 200P is running on and get charged like that every day is those 6 Harbor Freight panels. I'm just letting you know. Everybody was hating on them. And they was like, for that same, you can get the same price on Amazon. Yeah, but Amazon telling me they're going to take about 4 to 6 days or a week to get here. And this Harbor Freight panel is right down the road. So, just saying. I believe you them is better panels or whatever, but I need this panel right now. They're talking about people about to blow some stuff up. I need some power right now. So, somebody said 600 watt at Harbor Freight all day. You ain't gonna save no money getting them or nothing. Would you do a show on just solar panels? Listen to this. Not only am I gonna do a show on just solar panels, I'm gonna do a show on just fold-up panels and just solid panels. I've been doing this now with the solid panels for a year, and I will be able to, are they 100 watts? Yes. I will be able to give you a real review of what I think of all of them. I'm going to be able to show you everything that I've known about all of this stuff for using it all for over a year. But family, don't try to store fuel. Don't do that. When I say don't store fuel, I'm not saying it like don't have fuel on hand. I'm saying don't do it like the stuff you keep hearing on the internet and on the wherever you getting this information from. Everybody is asking me about using different kinds of additives to store your fuel. Just don't. Just buy some premium fuel or go ahead and buy some non-ethanol fuel and let it go, but you still should rotate it, even if you use those additives. Whatever you want to do. But don't think that's some kind of magical dragon juice that's going to keep your fuel holding for 20 years. Rotate that fuel out. Constantly use it. If you need to run your lawnmower, don't run to the gas station. Use that fuel you already have stored up. And then go take your tank and fill that used up tank with new fuel and put it at the back of your stores and then move forward. See, I have a generator, but if there is a gas shortage, it won't last long. Very true. And that's my whole point right there. If you have gas, it won't last long. Because everybody thinks that you're supposed to be using gas the same way you use it right now. Just like people think you're supposed to keep on eating. When something happens, you're supposed to keep on eating the same way you do right now. You can't do that. You can't do it. We're going to be sipping water, nibbling crackers, and that's just how it's going to go. That's the reality. I hate talking about like fake survival techniques, fake survival scenarios. That'd be so phony to me. Oh my God, that's phony. And it gets people hurt. That's the part. It gets people hurt. Because people believe it and get into some kind of false sense of all this weird stuff that everybody is saying on all these channels. I kind of backed down from that because I was like, I see people are starting to relate themselves with me with that. And I'm like, prepper, but I'm not down with that crazy stuff. Now, that's the part why I used to say I'm not a prepper, is because back in the day, people used to associate a prepper with like a nutcase. But I know I stay prepared, so technically I am a prepper. But when it gets into that dumb stuff, nah, I'm not down with that crazy dumb stuff. Some stuff get dumb after a while. And I'm not down with that, you know, at all. It's so it's so many folks out on all these platforms and stuff, and they just like driving it into the ground to the point they digging holes in the ground and like this is my little hideout ditch and I saw this one guy. And I know we off track. I saw this one guy dig a ditch. It was about, I don't know, you can go look it up yourself. A survival ditch. It was up under a root. It was under a root of a tree. He dug it out, I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 feet deep, and just made it big enough for him to lay in it. And he said that's his hideaway bunker. Now, I watched and read his comments of how many people thought that was ingenious. And I thought that was the most stupidest thing on the planet. Now, mind you, if he would have said something like, this is somewhere where you could hide from an enemy for the night, I get it. But no, he was saying this is his camp, and every night he put this tarp over this hole, cover it with leaves, and get in it. And I was like, yo, even the slightest moisture down in that hole, you're going to be drenched and soaked. And you're going to get hypothermia, and you're going to suffer from the weather. It was just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, for you to even beat the weather, you have to go way deeper than that. And no matter what, you're gonna be wet. If it even so much as drizzle, where does rain go? Water goes to the lowest point of anything. You're gonna be just in a little fishbowl of mud. Just all that crazy mess, man. I read that, and it was thousands of people like, yeah, that's right, brother. And I'm like, oh boy, good luck. Not down with all that phony fake stuff. It's everything you pretty much need is in your house right now. I don't care how much money you got. Everything you need to survive right now, I bet you, is in your house. You really don't got to go out and do a whole bunch of nothing. If you think hard and be very resourceful, everything you need to survive half the mess that we go through from tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods is right there in your doggone kitchen and in your pantry and in your garage. Even if you ain't a carpenter, even if you ain't a mechanic, half the stuff and tools that you need is right there in your house. I'm gonna tell you one of the sweetest weapons on the planet to defend yourself. It's definitely in every single person's house. At different sizes, I'm sure, but everybody got a hammer. A hammer. A claw head hammer. A regular old dollar store, Harbor Freight, Dollar General hammer. Everybody got one. You know how many things you can use a hammer for? You can use a hammer, a claw head hammer, to dig. You can use it to hammer. You can use it to ultimately blunt force chop down a tree. Y'all thought I was gonna say something else when you heard blunt force trauma on a tree to get it chopped down. You can use a hammer for anything. You can use it to protect yourself. And you can use it in so many different survival situations. It's so many fandango tools that you will end up buying that one hammer could have done. Listen, think about it. If you start using your head, I know a lot of ladies. My wife is one of them. I just bought her some tools fairly recently this past winter because she got tired of looking for mine. My tools is all over the place. I bought her own tools. But you know what she used for years when she needs something? I will come in her office or something, or come in the room and she hanging a new picture or something, and she got high heel shoe with that mouth fix. Accurate as all get out. This the funny part. Ladies will sit there and be, I can't hit this nail with this hammer, but they'll take a red bottom high heel. The heel is the size of a nail. That heel ain't nothing but a long nail, but they can hit that on a nail head with accuracy and blunt force enough to drive it through a 2x4. I'll be like, oh my God. You don't need no firearm. You just carry this red bottom with you. Whoa, y'all dangerous with it. They do more things with a shoe to fix stuff. So I need everybody to start thinking like that for everything. Yeah, stiletto, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, stiletto. You can stir a drink with the heel, right? And the accuracy, they don't use, when they nailing with the stiletto heel, they don't even got this face. It be anger for some reason. It be like, never missed. If they miss one time, that stiletto is gonna go through their hand. Never miss. And they so accurate, it don't even be no scuffs on the wall. Give them a hammer. Whole wall busted open. You gotta plaster it, putty it up. But my point is this. You don't need every product you see online to survive. You don't. I need you to use your head, and just, if you got the money, just don't go out there throwing it around just because you got the money. Do some research, because half the things that's out here, even some of these generators, okay? Even some of these generators, you don't necessarily need them. It's ones that you need and it's ones that you don't. Somebody just was talking about the EcoFlow with all the batteries and all the stuff. Do you need that though? If you do, great. Most people don't. Most people don't. And so anyway, any questions about this? We done left this behind. This is why I got to do a whole video on it. A normal video where I'm not live and you can just see the features of this boy here. So, any questions before I go? They don't make Bouge-RV generators anymore. Yes, they do. Who just said that? Tiffany Sims. Tiffany Sims. They do make a Bouge-RV generator, and I'm going to show it to you. Okay? So, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to show you. Just be ready. The only thing is, I got to do stuff the way it's supposed to be done. That's the only thing be stopping me. Here's the name right here. Somebody just wanted the name of this generator. OUPES. OUPES. 1200. I'm going to put it in the description box and the first pinned comment after this video. Do you consider yourself a prophet? A prophet? No. Why would you ask me that? A prophet? No, not at all. I'm just some dude. That's all. That's all. Absolutely not. I'm not perfect. I have gone through stuff in my life and stuff just like everybody else. A prophet? No. I don't like taking nobody professional jobs away from them. Nah, I'm not a teacher either. Nope. I'm not a teacher either. I'm not a wise man either. See, I'm gonna tell you why I always say that. Because once people put a label on you, right, like that, and you make one mistake, the world will tear you apart for making your mistake. They all of a sudden you could go from a pastor or a preacher or a prophet, and you make one mistake, and the world will destroy you for that one mistake. And I'm gonna tell you something else, because I make plenty of mistakes every day. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing about that. When people are called prophets, pastors, preachers, reverends, all of that stuff, right? Just another reason I don't want to go down that route is because mankind holds those people. I don't know what makes us do it, but we hold those people almost on a godlike level. I don't like that, because there's only one true God, and that's all. That's all. I don't ever want to claim to ever be anywhere close to that level. And as human beings, somewhere along the line, we got it twisted that when somebody is at that level, they make you more than perfect. But once they give you that title, they feel as though you can do no wrong. And even that person will start believing that they cannot do any wrong. But once temptation sets in, or anything, the world will destroy you. They will drop you like a rock. And I don't want to be that. I don't. Look what they do to teachers. My wife is a teacher. My wife is a teacher, a certified master of education. They treat teachers like crap when they make one mistake. You know, they caught one teacher blowing smoke signals, I'ma say. One of her students happened to see her blowing smoke signals at some club. Now, she ain't at work. She ain't perfect. She there to teach your children math. So people think this is still the Little House on the Prairie days, where every teacher is lonely and live in a little shed by themselves some damn where in the woods and waiting for their granddaughter to bring them a basket full of cookies or some bullshit. I don't know. But that's not. These teachers have lives. They have husbands. They have children that they have to come home to. And once you do anything normal, they cast you out. If you do anything, like for instance, that teacher can never go enjoy any adult entertainment because she teaches high school children, right? What the hell has that got to do with her going out and having a drink in the club or something, or going dancing, or having a, they ridiculed that one teacher. They ridiculed that one teacher for having on a tight, nice looking outfit. You see how I did that, right? She had on a real tight, grease lightning type outfit. Sandy, Sandy. She had on that grease lightning suit. And she's all over the internet. They're trying to destroy her for her choice of clothing. One of the best teachers in the district. Awards all up the yin yang. But she wore something that caught somebody's attention, and now they're like, "You dirty whore." They sound like Norman Bates' mother. "I seen you playing with those filthy little girls, Norman." "No, mother. No, I wasn't. I was just getting the mail." "I saw you, Norman, with those filthy, dirty little whores, Norman." Please, mother, no. Shit. The lady just wore some clothes. She a person too. You know what they didn't ask her? They didn't ask her like what made her wear. Maybe all her clothes was dirty because kids had a pudding fight in the lunchroom the other day, which the teachers can't even have their own lunch break because they got to make the teachers be the security guards in the lunchroom and literally try to eat their food and keep their sanity in their minds while they got to sit here and act like prison guards walking back and forth, making sure people don't throw pudding. But then they say teachers ain't this, teachers ain't that, teachers is horrible. If you live one day in a teacher's shoes, see, I've never lived in a teacher's shoes, but I'm married to one. And I know when they come home crying because they feel the educational system is hopeless. Or they've been ridiculed for the sacrifice that they made to teach your child. Your child don't want to learn. But they're being ridiculed because they can't force your child to learn because there's rules for that now. So, nah. I'm no teacher. I'm no prophet. I'm no pastor. And Homestead Heart, what she called me Reverend Led. No. No, because you know what? All I like doing is sharing my experiences and hoping that it helps somebody. Hoping that it helps somebody out there. That's all. That's all I've been doing for years. I just hope some of anything that I do every day in my everyday life is a trip. And I hope that sometime I could show you a video. Before I go, I'm gonna say this. I hope I can show you a video to show you that it's not all hopeless. That's what I try to do. I showed a video of a few clips of me and Lady Led yesterday in that video. And you know what I showed you? I showed you one of the biggest, most important preps on the planet is love, compassion, peace, kindness. We prepping food. We trying to figure out how to store gas, generators. But we missing the real thing that's going to keep you alive because you could have all of that crazy stuff. But if you ain't got no love in your life, you're going to perish fast. You're going to perish. Because you know what's a faster killer than even cancer? Loneliness. Loneliness will kill you faster than any disease on the planet. That right there. One young lady said in the comments, something about single people, single ladies, single gentlemen. And I wanted to let her know that I did that for her, for people like that. If you haven't found that kind of love yet, I'm showing you it's not hopeless. If I told you a true story right now, which is kind of private, it will blow you away. Guess what? I was young, but one of the ways me and my wife met was through hopelessness. Even though I was young, it was through hopelessness. I had given up on trying to be in relationships, and I was ready to just get to pimping. Like, man, I'm just out here. I was throwing in the hat. I was done. So I wanted to show you that so you know, man, it's still love out in this world. People be like, oh, people ain't getting married to no man and this and that these days. That don't do that. If you keep speaking that out your mouth, you won't. Oh, women ain't this. Women is all they want is stuff is this. If you keep saying that, that's all you gonna find. This is what you do. This who just did that. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you so much for that. if you keep looking down the aisle for sugar, down the bean aisle, you'll never find no sugar. You're gonna keep finding beans. The whole aisle say canned beans. You up and down the aisle of beans and canned goods looking for sugar. Think about what you're doing right now. People keep going to these online dating sites. You looking for love on an online dating site. Love is not digital, people. I don't care what you say. I don't care how long you say you've been married because you met somebody on one of them sites. Love is not digital. Love is human. And that online stuff is not human. It's digital. You can't know nobody by what they just typed on the damn. You think they always honest on that stuff? Man, come on. That's why you've been through so many Tinder swindlers, because that's bogus, man. Love is human. It's not digital. You have to talk to somebody. You have to sit down. The Tinder swindler. You ain't heard of that? Oh my God, go look up Tinder swindler. I call him the Tinder swindler. Go look up the Tinder swindler. Love is something, man, you got to talk through it. You can't text this. I guess that's kind of almost sound like MC Hammer. You can't text this. You can't text about this. You can't email this. You understand? In every text, in every digital message, there's always the wrong punctuation, right? Or the wrong spelling, right? Or a spell check, right? Love is facial expressions. Love is looking at somebody's eyes. If I'm looking at you like, look, I'm just gonna use my eyes. Surprised, right? Blown away. Either I don't understand, I lost the contact, or I'm pissed off. You don't have that. They have not come up with that. And there is not enough emojis on the planet to describe a person's emotions right now. And you get love lost in translation when you try to text it to somebody, or you try to email love to somebody, or you try to choo-choo, beep, beep, boop, boop. Send a couple of those cooter pics to people. Gets lost in. What if you was just taking pictures to show, like, I think I got a lump right here that might need to get checked out, right? You were trying to send somebody like, look, does this look dangerous to you? You're showing them that, and they like, oh, okay, all right. What? Can I come over right now? You like, to see a lump? Hell yeah. Lost in translation. I'm just here to show you, man, it's not hopeless, man. Don't give up. Don't give up if you like 50 and 60 years old and you like, well, I've been alone this long. I guess, I don't know why I'm talking in that voice. That's whack. I'll start talking like an old slave for some reason. I know why. I know why. I just watched The Green Mile. I couldn't sleep. That kombucha keeps me up at night for some reason. And I couldn't sleep, and I couldn't work in my office, so I start looking on Netflix. And and I watched all of Green Mile. That movie is like 5 hours long or something. And all through the doggone movie, I kept repeating after Michael Duncan, boss. And I said, I started talking like that all day. Like, man, stop talking like that, man. You know. Oh, I can't even tell you the rest what I did, Lady Led. She's like, what is you doing? I'm gonna help you. I start grabbing her. She's like, let me go. What you doing? I was gonna help you. Come here, boss. So, no, I don't care how old you get. It's not hopeless. Oh my God, that's the best movie on the planet, Green Mile. You know, I'm gonna tell you why that's one of the best movies on the world. I know I'm switching gears. I'm gonna tell you why that's the best movie on the planet. Because I feel like Michael Duncan, the big black dude, right? I feel like him, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because every police officer that had their hands on Michael Duncan thought this big, gigantic, robotic man could destroy you like a grape. He could turn your head into wine like Bellagio feet, you know, with, with just a pinch of his fingertips. He could pop your head like a pimple. He was totally misunderstood. He looks threatening. He looks violent. He looks like he did what they said he did. Never knowing he was there the whole time just to try to help the world. All he wanted to do was help. He had a gift. While we talking about prophets and stuff, Michael Duncan in the movie Green Mile had a gift. And he decided someday, if you ever read the movie, okay, I mean, you read the book, one day he decided, I want to share this gift with the world. I got it. So I'm just going to start helping people. And trying to help people with his stature and his look. People just couldn't believe that he is, you ain't helping nobody. Why would you want to help people? People hate you. People hate you because you're so big, you're so dark, you're so scary, your voice is so deep. If everybody hates you, why do you want to keep helping the world? I don't know, boss. I guess I'm supposed to, right? Michael Duncan reminded me of me because no matter how much you try to help people, people will try their hardest to spin some kind of story about you to make you out to be some big bad monster. Over the last good 5-6 years, I've heard stories that made me out to be like Don Corleone. I've heard stories making me out to be, and I made a t-shirt, I just won't wear it. The boogeyman of YouTube. If you go out there and look, it's a bunch of videos about me. Horrible videos, horrible. And I said, damn, they like made me the Suge Knight of YouTube. I'm like the boogeyman of YouTube. And they don't even understand, man. You just get caught in the crossfires and get caught up in some bullshit, and next thing you know, you the boogeyman of YouTube. Just by trying to help people, right? And there's nothing you can do about that. You know what my wife told me though? Don't stop helping people just because a handful of people didn't get it. Don't stop helping people. Yeah, John Coffey. Thank you for that. His real name Michael Duncan, but yeah, John Coffey, sir. Don't stop helping people just because a handful of people don't get it. I said, thank you, honey. But sometimes I feel like John Coffey. because this is the trouble why John Coffey ended up in jail. John Coffey ended up in jail because he was helping people. Not for anything, no crime, no nothing. He was in jail on death row because he kept helping people. And their blood was on his hand while he was trying to help them. That's all. So, anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Hey family, listen here. Don't give up no hope on love, life, and relationships. Stop sitting around your house. And I'm gonna give you a good piece of advice. Do something different. Stop looking for your freaking sugar down the bean aisle. If you keep trying to look for love online, maybe you need to go and just go to Walmart at 12 o'clock in your pajamas, like everybody else. I've been to more Walmart weddings, than I have Tinder weddings. You understand what I'm saying? I've been to more Walmart weddings than I have Tinder. I hear about Tinder weddings, but I'm invited to Walmart weddings. You know what a Walmart wedding is? A Walmart wedding is, man, they met at Walmart. You know why I was invited to that? And it's more Walmart weddings than Tinder weddings. It's more Walmart weddings because they was able to sit there and look at each other at basically the worst time of their lives. Both of them is half dressed. Both of them got on dirty house shoes. Both of them hair ain't did. He ain't trimmed the hair on his head in weeks. His bald patch is showing, and she ain't got her favorite wig on. All that. They saw each other, what they call that one sugar, in the raw. That's why I picked the sugar aisle. They saw each other in the raw from the start. They was able to talk to each other and explain their situations. And they was able to look each other in the eyes and make facial features. So they found they sugar in the raw. They stopped looking down the bean aisle, looking on the internet. You on Facebook and Instagrams and stuff, looking for the model chick. You think she want to have anything to do with you. And if you went to the Instagram model house, and instead of that, you might see a nightmare. All that shiny crap she got behind her and she making the little faces, that's a closet. She took all the clothes out of there. And she put that shiny doggone wallpaper in there just to make these videos. It's just like a singing booth, like in the studio. You know. But when you go find you one at Walmart or something, at Publix, Target or something, middle of the night, breath kind of offensive. Bro, I never cut my juice on. Ducks. She keep talking to you like this. Oh, you so funny. You so funny. What's your name again? Y'all ever see somebody talking like, what's your name again? You so funny. Either she doing this because that tooth is missing and she ain't got her tooth in, or that breath, got a felony record. That breath might have a felony record on it. It done killed a couple men. That breath done killed a couple men and did time for it. You know, now it's out. So she got it's still on, that breath is still on parole. So she got to keep it under wraps, you know. She don't want this to happen again. Last time they said if I come back, you know, I'm on the Green Mile. I'm on the Green Mile if I come back. So yeah, uh-uh. You met them in the raw, man. So just change up how you meeting people, man. This new world of how we do stuff, everything cannot be done on the computer. Do you understand me? Everything can't be done on the computer. I don't care how dope you think this computer life is, man. Everything can't. That's why, look, that's why sexting is stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid, man. It's stupid. You know, think about that. Was it good for you? Yeah, I guess so. What you do you know what you just did a second ago on the phone 20 years ago? What that would have been called? I'm telling you, they change up the words to make stuff better than what it is. I'm telling you, no, that ain't. It's the same thing little teenagers do. Man, it ain't no different. You just had a phone in your hand. 25 years ago, you know what that would have been called. And it ain't constipation. You know what I'm saying. Just because you had a phone in your hand didn't change the aspect of what just happened here. You did this by yourself, okay? I'm just telling you, nothing changed. But we change words to make it okay. And that changes everything. We play with words and change things to make it okay and make it more acceptable into society. And that's where we going wrong as a people, right there. We play with words too much. No, stuff is what it is. Stop trying to change the word to make something that is not. You know, you ever filled out an application and you was a janitor and you trying to look for a better job and you called yourself a custodial engineer? It's a lot of us have done this. A custodial engineer is a janitor. We play with words to try to change it into something more fancy. A used car, we change those words. It's used. We change those words to pre-owned certified vehicles. I've heard a brother say, I ain't no used car dealer. I'm a pre-owned certified used car salesman. So somebody owned this car before me. Yes. They drove it. Yes. Approximately 20,000 miles. That's correct. And you what again? What did you call yourself again? And you are about to sell me this used car. No, a pre-owned certified. Yes, I am. No, it's no. See what just happened there? See what just happened right there? You trying to sell me this used car? Yes, pre-owned certified. Of course I am. Yes. I'm here to assist you. I'm here to assist you with this pre-owned certified automobile. Yes, I am. Play with words. We're going to destroy ourselves for that. I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. I will be releasing a video on this, solely on this, instead of me rambling on. I just felt like running my mouth. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you. Please, love is not lost. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on nothing. All right? Please don't. Once we stop loving each other, this world is doomed if we don't. if we stop loving each other, when did it when did it become not cool to show your love to your old lady? When did it become not cool to not have your man's back? When did it not become cool to rub your woman's feet? When did that stop being cool? When did it stop being cool to go on a bike ride with your wife or your husband? When did it stop being, look, they all on some bikes like a couple of punks? Do you see what we did to ourselves? Do you see what we're doing to ourselves? What? But look now, what I do is whack in the society's eyes right now. Man loving up on his woman, right? That's whack. That's lame. Or what they call it? You a sucker. You a simp, right? But your pants is halfway down your butt cheeks. That's stylish. That's popular. That's what the women want. They don't want a dude to want to ride the bike through the park with them. They don't want a dude that want to walk down the beach with them. They don't want somebody to just sit in the ice cream shop when then one of y'all should be eating ice cream because half both y'all is borderline sugar diabetic, and just have a conversation about absolutely nothing. That is whack now. But turning your hair green, blue, orange, purple, tattoos all on your eyeballs and eyelids, that's okay. I don't understand it. That's the stuff that makes people feel hopeless about finding love because it's not popular anymore. You know, if you look back in those 50s and 60s and those movies and stuff, man, that was. I brought up Grease Lightning earlier. Look at that between uh, John Travolta and Sandy. Sandy. If you look at it, man, that was a movie just about just love, man. I don't care what my homies think. Look, he was a gangster, man. I don't care what y'all think, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna dress up like a preppy for this one. Say, hey, what are you doing? You turn into a preppy over here. What is that? He like, hey, you know, he know what he wanted, man. If that's what's gonna get her, man, you know. And she loved him so much, she turned into a gangster chick. Remember? She came down the steps. How you doing, boys? He was like, Sandy? Sandy. and she had on those Navy SEAL pants. Shit. That's love, man. Now, how the hell did that go out of style? This is the kind of stuff I sit around. Right, somebody said simp. How the hell did that go out of style, man? And look, loving on each other done went out of style. And look at the world we in today. Chaos. Pure, uncut chaos. And everybody think, oh, no, it's the economy. If we fluctuate the economy, if we get jobs, if we reinstate this and we go back to burning coal, if we do all of this stuff using fossil fuels, the world is gonna be okay. You gotta create jobs and we can get out of this mess. That's not it. Nobody, not one time out of all the horrible things we going through is like, man, we need to stop for a minute and love one another for a hot minute, man. If our world leaders took half of the money for half of the stupid stuff they do and invested it into things that give us more social interaction so you could understand one another. Boys and Girls Club of America. Why did you stop that? That shit taught me a lot of stuff, man. You know, at the Boys and Girls Club. I was at the Boys and Girls Club before it was the Boys and Girls Club. I was at the Boys Club. Then they turned into the Boys and Girls Club so the girls can get some of this, you know, education. You took away things that showed us how to care for each other or how to help each other. Took away all of that stuff, man. For what? After school programs that taught kids a skill, how to build and work on automobiles. I was in auto mechanics. I was in carpentry. I was a carpenter's apprentice in my high school. And they took all of that away. For what though? For what? Nobody has still told me, and I've been out of high school for like 30 years. Nobody has still told me, why did you take it out? Don't say budget spending. Don't say that to me. Or I might strike you by accident. I'll strike you like lightning. Strike you like a match if you utter those words to me. Because that's not it. It ain't about the budget. You destroyed hundreds of children's futures because you want to drive a Mercedes instead of driving a Dodge. That's bullshit. So everybody that had anything to do with taking all of those programs away from society, it wasn't just children. You took those programs away from society. For all the people that had anything to do with that, you're going to have your day. You're going to have your day to explain your actions. I'm going to put it right there. Because it's a lot of people that voted to destroy those programs, where some children, that's all they had to help them go forward or help them be anything. If we start, look, stuff was already bad. But then when you took all them programs away from the kids in school, you took away from the after-school program, the Boys and Girls Club of America, you took away from the Boy Scouts, you took away from the Girl Scouts. I see Girl Scouts is almost, man, they out there, man. The stuff they do with Girl Scouts ain't even real no more. That's almost, I ain't even gonna say the word because people might mess that up. Peddling cookies. So, yeah, and somebody said the Bible prophecies. I always hear that. And I said this before and I'm going to say it again. Prophecies ain't something that's just going to happen for no reason. All of that stuff has a way out. All of that stuff can be fixed. He says it in the book. It can be fixed. He always say, this is what's going to happen unless. If you keep doing this and you keep doing that, this is what's going to happen. See, people look at the word prophecy and think it's hopelessness. That is not what God, not my God, didn't show me hopelessness. Not my Father God did not tell me it's hopeless. He gave me an option. He gave me freedom of choice. And when people use the word prophecy, they use it wrong. Like, oh, he said it's going to happen. Yes, but you got to finish that. He said it's going to happen if you do not. He said that is going to happen if you keep on. He didn't just give you hopelessness. He gave you an opportunity to fix it. Every prophecy that he gives you in that book, he gives you an opportunity to fix it. Or he wouldn't be wasting his time with us. He could have finished us off long time ago. It's the same as if you got your husband or your wife, like if you keep coming in here at 4 o'clock in the morning, knowing good and well, I'm waiting up for him. Look, I can't do this no more, Brenda. You and your sister, I can't keep doing this, Brenda. Just give him another chance. I can't keep doing this, waiting up, and his kid ain't seen him. Look, it's no different. He want to see if you gonna fix it. He know he could fix it. He want to see if you can fix it. Are you worthy? So when people say prophecy to me, I don't take it the same way as everybody else. I don't listen to it like that. I listen to it as, yes, there are prophecies, but with those prophecies, there are answers and there is blueprints on how to change it. How to change the outcome of this situation. That whole book is a treasure map. That whole book is blueprint, whether you believe in it or not. That whole book is blueprint Whether you want to follow that blueprint, because everybody have blueprints in their life, and they be like, I don't want a metal roof. I think I'm gonna put shingles. You went off the blueprint and did stuff your own way. And when you start catching that leak in that little chicken coop that you just built, you'll start realizing, oh, that's why they used the metal roof. Oh, I never saw that coming. It was in the blueprints though. Because they already built that. So they know it's gonna leak if you put shingles instead of a metal roof. Don't go off of your own blueprints. Just follow these blueprints. They work. People built millions of them over thousands of years. So, and to my friend that said prophecy, is no disrespect to you at all. I just wanted to use that word as an example of something that I just don't be believing. When people hear prophecy, they use the word prophecy as hopelessness. They said this is going to happen, so I give up. No, I don't believe that. I'm not with that at all. Not even a little bit. Okay. Oh, somebody just said prophecy. Let me see. Every prophecy is predicted by a warning in the Bible. Noah gave the people hears. Yes, see that right there. Look, hey, all them people ain't have to die. All them people ain't have to get flooded out. They didn't. They was told, now you can change this. You ain't got to go be trying to swim with cement shoes on. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what somebody told me, okay? Hey, I'm just telling you what somebody told me. Now, you going to be drowning. You can help me with this boat. No? You good? You sure? You sure? All right. Ain't no different. To me, a prophecy is a choice. And with a choice, you got two outcomes. Either it's going to go well for you, it ain't. That's how I look at it. But I hear the word prophecy being thrown around a lot in society, on the internet, and their definition of it is always, this is going to happen no matter what. No. I think God is smarter than that. He built all this just to burn it up because he ain't got nothing better to do. I ain't going with that. When you look at it like that, it's almost like they depict the father as a kid with a magnifying glass on top of an anthill. And to me, that's kind of disrespectful. They act like he just sitting up there, ain't got nothing better to do. So to entertain himself, he just destroyed people. I don't want to believe that. If I start believing stuff like that, I know I'm in trouble. The rain is stopped and the skies are blue. Oh, what a revelation to see. Want to say I love you to me. One in a million. I don't think we give God the credit he deserves. We keep trying to make him out to be he think like we do, like he think like humans, normal people. And we got sin and stuff in our heart. We think that he think like us. They say we was made in his image. In his image. In his image. But we are his children. And that's exactly what we are. We're children. We don't know no better. We trying to figure the world out, just like your teenager at the house. We just trying to figure stuff out. You know, we just shooting it out. Trying to, I want to know what love is. We just trying to figure it out. That's all. But if we start acting like he think like us, then we doomed. We doomed. That's borderline disrespectful. Gotta be quicker than that. So this is how easy they fold up. That's that. Just carry this stuff in the house and get on about my day. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll probably take this video down because this was insane. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your family. Please, love is not lost. Hope is not lost. You still can find love. I don't care if you 8 or 80. You can still find love. That's all that. So, I just gotta go now, boss. I just want to help you.